14th Street is one of the very few streets in the city of Ada that traverses completely from Highway 1 all the way through down to the college. So you can get on 14th at the intersection of Highway 1 and terminate down at the football field at East Central, which is more of a thoroughfare than really any other street.
Sometimes you don't realize how much you depend on something until it's gone. For most Ada motorists, that describes the 14th Street Bridge between Constant and Hope, which is currently out of service awaiting repairs.
It's really highly used, and we've inconvenienced a lot of people finding this bridge. But the alternative was, at some point in time, the thing has a bad problem and either creates some major damage to somebody's vehicle or somebody really gets hurt. So when you're dealing with the structure of a bridge that's, 20, 30 feet up in the air, there's no choice but to take it down, stop that, fix it, and get it back in shape.
Like in other parts of Ada, a railroad long ago influenced city planning along 14th Street. Because of steep terrain in that area, a bridge was built to accommodate Ada's growing traffic volume. The railroad spur has long since been replaced with a pedestrian and bike trail, while the bridge has remained in continual use since the 1940s.
Well, this is a project that we stumbled upon unknowingly. This section of 14th Street, we had it scheduled for a mill and overlay to take the old asphalt off and put new asphalt on. The persons in the distant past had put asphalt on the top of this bridge, this concrete bridge, and when we took that asphalt off, then we immediately noticed the concrete was starting to powder and deteriorate. So we thought, well, that's not a good thing, and we need to get somebody to take a look at it and inspect it, make sure that it's safe before we put it back online.
What inspectors found while examining the 14th Street Bridge was a potentially dangerous structure. The severity of degradation had been inadvertently obscured over the decades with periodic asphalt overlay projects.
Initially, we dealt with some consulting engineers. They came up, they weren't sure the problems with the bridge. Turned out it was full depth in some areas, so it necessitated a complete deck rebuild. We have yearly bridge inspections. Problem was, with the asphalt over the top, those engineers weren't able to see the damage from the bottom, because initially from the bottom when you looked at it, it looked okay.
The revelation of unforeseen structural issues also created a surprise for City Hall, which had to make adjustments to fit the suddenly high-priority project into the budget. Those adjustments, in turn, impact work priorities for the city's Public Works Division.
You try to plan for contingencies, and luckily we have a finance director who's well versed in that and keeps people like me in line, so I don't step off the edge. But obviously we didn't budget specifically for this bridge going into this last fiscal year. And this is a $500,000 expenditure that we weren't expecting. So that does come out of the Public Works infrastructure roads budget. So I may have to adjust some of the other programs that I had going on and projects that I had going on in order to account for that. But we'll be okay. We'll still continue to move forward and do productive road projects. It won't stop us from doing that.
When city officials discovered the true condition of the bridge, they had no choice but to shut it down until comprehensive repairs have been made. The safety of its citizens is the top priority of any municipality.
Life has to be the number one concern when you're dealing with anything that we work on, or for that matter, any other department in the city. Generally, it's not such a high risk. I mean, if we mill up a street and there's a problem with a pothole, it's not going to mean somebody's going to drop 20 feet and smash their car and die. But when you have a problem with the bridge, that could be the case. You can't take a chance with that.
The good news is the city is now prepared to have all the long overdue repairs made to the 14th Street Bridge from top to bottom. Once complete, the major east-west artery will reopen to traffic.
It's going to have brand new concrete from the bottom all the way to the top and a new deck. We've currently got that bid out, and we have a company that has placed a bid with the city. The city has accepted that bid, so almost a year later we're getting this bridge fixed. But it should be done hopefully within the next 3 to 4 months.